our own coalition. Of course, like we are so much afraid of leaders. Some of my leaders were to frustrate, but again, we cannot do without leaders. And I am just a Kenyan as you and as Ruto. Ruto alichaguliwa tu akiwa Mkenya kama wewe. Mtu yeyote anaweza lead this country, not just this au watu wenye wako hapo wenye wanashindwa na to frustrate. Anybody anaweza simama kura na akapewa. Na kama hawawezi tupatia hiyo change, why can't we give ourselves that change? We have the change. We know their manifesto. We know what we want, because Ruto alihijack revolution. Yeye aliingia hapo kwa sababu everything he said ama he told us tuliagree nayo. Unapata bottom up, mama mboga, vitu zote mzuri zenye sisi tulikuwa tunataka alikuja nazo only to use us na kufika huko na kubadilika. We put him there because that is what we wanted, but now we are not getting it. So ni sisi tunafaa tujipatie what we want, not them giving us what we want, because they're not going to do it. Hawatafanya hivyo, they're not going to do it. Hata kama tutaimba, because nimeingia spaces nyingi sana, zingine unaingia space unapata tu wimbo ni ule unachoka, unaingia nyingine wimbo ni ule. Like at least nafika mahali whereby we need to have a candid conversation and we be true to ourselves. Nimefika point whereby let us be realistic. Unapata ndio, wacha wale wanaenda maandamano waende maandamano, wacha sisi wale wengine wenye tunaweza support wale tunaweza tu support, na wacha wengine wenye wana re-strategize place ingine, they do their own thing. At the end of the day tunakuja pamoja. Nyinyi wa maandamano mmeachieve nini? Nyinyi watu wa maybe mkombali lakini we are supporting this movement, ni nini mmesaidia ama mmefika wapi? Na nyinyi watu wengine wenye tumeweka kando mfanye ABCD, at least at the end of the day, hata kama unaweza kuja na Gen Z coalition or wherever yenye italeta change, sisi wenyewe tulete change. Mimi naona ni kama hiyo itakuwa poa than kulia. Tutalia hadi lini seriously? Tutaenda maandamano hadi siku gani? Maandamano tutaenda ndio, sijakata. Lakini now after that, because Ruto is very arrogant, he's being very arrogant and he's showing you that I'm in control and there is nothing you can do about it. There is nothing you can do about it. I'm in control and I'm showing you that I'm the boss. And he's very, he's a narcissist. You can never reason with a narcissist. Mimi mwenyewe nimefanyia Australia, mwenye uko na hizo tabia. Okay, at least not now. Sababu I realized it and I was like, this person is damaging me emotionally, financially and everything. And all the time atakuwa anageuzia game. When unakuja unakaa hapo unaanza kuwa mimi ndio nimefanya makosa, you apologize for his own mistakes, and that is exactly what he's doing to Kenyans. We have to understand that this person has a mental problem and we can never change him, we can never reason with him kwa sababu yeye ni mgonjwa na sisi wagonjwa. Hata tufanye nini haizi change. So let us sit down and re-strategize tujue nini tunaweza fanya. Okay, hiyo tu ndio maoni yangu. Najua maybe I'm a little bit different na maoni yangu, but mimi naona ni kama tu hiyo ndio njia pekee inaweza tusaidia then kushinda hapa tunalalamika venye tuko frustrated, venye amedisappoint, venye we expected more from him. We expected more from him but he's not delivering. So what next? Thank you very much.
Asante sana Sherry. Next is Boki.
Hello guys, can you hear me?
Tunakusikia, endelea.
Okay, thanks for this opportunity. Okay, I just want to say it's now or never. Because
umepotea need hapo kwa because. Need, can you hear me? Yawa need yawa. Need tumepotea kwa because. Rudi tena, utatupatia nini? Paul ni aje, speak to us please.
Jambo. Can you hear me?
100%, go ahead.
Thank you very much, coach, for the opportunity. One, I have a few things here I'm going to just mention very quick. My network may not be very good and it may interfere and disrupt just like the previous speaker. We are having a big problem, geopolitics and foreign interest. What is happening? First of all, I'm speaking as an African and I'm speaking as a citizen of the world. I represent humanity. I want us to be to live in harmony. I want us to enjoy our rights. At the moment, those things are disappearing slowly by slowly and are being called by only a few. We have a problem in Africa, especially now in East Africa. Not only East Africa, but we have a big problem. Someone, I think was a doctor, just spoke previously. He said, who is advising Ruto? So many people had so much expectation from Ruto. He promised a lot. He promised the border people is going to improve their well-living. He's going to create more jobs for the young ones and all that. And everyone was like, yeah. But it was a project. Ruto is a project. Ruto is a project, and Ruto is an extension of Museveni. In fact, Museveni, or the neighboring Museveni, is the one who is the advisor to Ruto. So everything that is happening in Kenya is just an export from Uganda, whereby even right now we have had mandamanos there, and to protest peacefully, which is a right given by enshrined in the Constitution, which has this supreme power and gives every single person a right, and is there for a reason. That to protest peacefully, unarmed, only carrying a national flag, only carrying a placard in your hand or a whistle, amounts to you being thrown tear gas at, whereas it is well organized, amounts you to be shot at and maybe aimed shot to kill. And this is done by the people we pay our taxes in uniform to look after us. And why would they go to that extent when they are supposed to protect us? So when we reach to this extent, we know that there is what is called neocolonialism roaming around Africa, and probably not only Africa, even extended to other countries. So why do we have this conversation, and why must be tribalists? Why must we be no political affiliations? We have to stand on one ground which unites us all. One, everyone must enjoy their freedom. Everyone must have freedom of expression, association, protest, and also choice and movement. At the moment, those things are being taken away by a few, and we are only allowing it. And they use divide and rule. What they are using is divide and rule. And for the Gen Z, have motivated the Ugandans now, next door. They have inspired more, even though most of the things that are happening in Kenya are also similar. Corruption, the selling of the nation to the foreigners, and giving more foreigners more rights than the native nationals, and the whole chaos is created and managed by a few. And what the mistake Kenyans did is to put too much trust in their politicians. These politicians are bought off like this Raila Odinga Baba. I admire him, I admire all that, but he has betrayed the people who followed him, who had much hope in him, for only keeping the status quo, to protect the status quo, and he's trying to hijack the Gen Z. What I can say, please, you have made headlines, the Gen Z has made the headlines, we have made headlines worldwide, and I must say that Gen Z must stand, and we must even increase, because we have reasons why we should increase. Our demands initially was the finance bill, but now that has extended to our human rights. Life can be taken just like that, with a snap of the finger, just like that. So no one is safe until we are all safe. So I must say that we must stick to the Ruto must go. We must say no to dictatorship. Even in Uganda, we start with our brothers and sisters in Uganda, the same as our brothers in Kenya and elsewhere who are having similar problems. So the problem we are facing now is the foreign interest, and they will do anything they can to just protect those ones who are keeping their interest. And even if it means they are committing atrocities, they are still temporarily enjoying impunity until we all rise up and we know that these people Once we give them more time and we lose momentum, it is going to become even worse. Because right now we have momentum, we put them to their knees and they say, oh yes, we are scrapping the bill, the finance bill, fine. But they've still went ahead, and even up to now, they are continuing to kill our brothers and sisters. And yet we are supposed to protect them. So anyone who is on this platform, I have got information, I have contact with people who have information directly within the system that clearly what is happening in Kenya is an export from Uganda. That those goons that killed, that's a shooting to kill, that committed the massacre recently and threw decapitated bodies everywhere in the bags. These are mainly foreign inspired, imported criminals. And they've been doing this in Uganda, they've been doing this in Congo, they do this everywhere where they want to maintain the status quo and protect the interest of the West. So anyone can DM me for more information. I can just freely share it. You can, and if anyone here, I urge us to follow each other who are genuine fighters, to follow me, and then I can share information that we need to share information and pass it on the ground. Because talking about it on the Twitter space, not everyone has access to Twitter. Not everyone has even the internet to have access to information. We need to share in WhatsApp groups, everywhere. We need to share so we know what we are dealing with. I beg to submit. Those are my few points, unless you have a question.
Thank you so much, Paul. Paul, what country are you from?
Thank you. I'm Ugandan, and I have family in Kenya.
Oh, you have family in Kenya.
Mombasa, Mtwapa, and then Uganda in Kampala, Eldoret.
But you are Ugandan by